When Three's Company first hit television screens in 1977, it seemed like harmless fun, a goofy comedy about two women sharing an apartment with a man, pretending he was gay to keep their landlord happy. But behind the laugh tracks and slapstick humor, the show sparked debates that no sitcom had dared to touch before. It pushed against taboos, challenged social norms, and quietly stirred a cultural storm that shaped television in ways few realize today. On the surface, the premise was simple: John Ritter as Jack Tripper faking his sexuality, living with Janet and Chrissy in a time when unmarried men and women weren't supposed to share a home. But to 1970s America, this was explosive. Homosexuality was still stigmatized, and television had barely acknowledged it, let alone used it as a plot device. Yet, Three's Company managed to slip it into millions of households every week under the cover of comedy. Critics called it sexist and immoral, parents protested its racy jokes, and networks feared backlash. But audiences? They couldn't stop watching. Jack's slapstick falls, Chrissy's infamous dumb blonde jokes, and Janet's quick wit made the show a ratings juggernaut. For ABC, it was a cultural goldmine, controversial enough to stir conversation, but funny enough to keep people glued to their TVs. What viewers didn't know, however, was that behind the laughter, tensions on set grew almost as wild as the storylines. Suzanne Somers, who played Chrissy, became the breakout star of the show. But when she demanded equal pay with Ritter, who earned far more, her contract dispute turned into one of Hollywood's earliest and ugliest pay battles. Producers retaliated by cutting her screen time, filming her separately, and eventually writing her out of the show altogether. Fans were stunned, and the scandal left scars that followed Somers for decades. Meanwhile, John Ritter carried the weight of keeping the show alive. His physical comedy earned him an Emmy, but behind the scenes, he admitted that the pressure to constantly deliver left him exhausted. Joyce, who played Janet, often found herself overshadowed by the Ritter, Somers drama, though fans later praised her as the unsung heart of the show. Despite the chaos, Three's Company ran for 8 seasons and became one of the most iconic sitcoms of the late 70s and early 80s. It not only challenged taboos about living arrangements and sexuality, but it also exposed the cutthroat politics of Hollywood, where one actor's fight for equality could nearly destroy a hit series. In the end, the legacy of Three's Company is more than just pratfalls and punchlines. It's a story of a sitcom that dared to tiptoe along the line of controversy, reshaped television's comfort zones, and revealed that behind the laughter, sitcom history was far messier than audiences ever imagined. So now I'll ask you, was Three's Company ahead of its time, or just too outrageous for its era? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed uncovering this story, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more deep dives into the wild history of TV, right here on Celebrity Rewind.